I'm pretty impressed by this hidden details I was able to find in Avengers Doomsday Trailer 4, and this one is a lot bigger than it might seem at first glance. Even though it's a relatively short teaser, it's absolutely loaded with story implications, multiverse connections, and some very deliberate emotional beats that Marvel clearly wants us to pay attention to. After playing it frame by frame, I noticed a lot of details I'm fully breaking down in this video, so please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button to not miss more Avengers Doomsday updates. We're also pretty close to 5,000 subscribers on the channel, so I would really appreciate if you help the channel. Okay, so this trailer continues Marvel's very intentional marketing strategy for Doomsday, releasing short teaser trailers every single week, playing exclusively in theaters before Avatar: Fire and Ash. Now, they also did release all 4 teaser trailers online on their social media profiles. Today we also got a huge post from the Russo Brothers, and it was about basically saying all 4 teaser trailers for Avengers Doomsday aren't really considered as trailers. He said they are clues, but for now, in fact, we are gonna focus on Avengers Doomsday teaser trailer 4. As the Russo brothers said, these are stories including trailer 4, and together they will form a large narrative that's building towards something much bigger. Now, trailer 4 doesn't exist on its own, it kinda connects fully to the previous trailers, hinting heavily at what's coming in trailer 5. And you know, as of yet, some say trailer 5 will come out at the Super Bowl 2026, but it was officially rated on Korea Media Rating Board, and it wasn't surprisingly long enough. Like, it was just about 1 minute, same length as the previous teasers had, meaning it doesn't really look like a first full official trailer for such a big movie. So as the recent rumors say, this trailer number 5 will probably focus on the Thunderbolts and the new Avengers and come out next week as they say. Now, if you don't want to miss this one, make sure to follow. And the trailer, which is rumored to appear on Super Bowl 2026, is probably going to be an official Doctor Doom reveal. Okay, so trailer 4 opens with a surprisingly incredible moment where Shuri walking alone throughout a vast desert landscape. And this right away tells us we're not in Wakanda itself, so it's not something local, it is supposed to be a neutral ground, it is tied definitely to Talokan. And then Shuri says, "I've lost everyone that matters to me." It immediately pulls the emotional weight of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. This line seems to be not about grief, but it's about exhaustion, and she sounds like someone who has already accepted what's coming may be unavoidable. Now, this is when it kinda begins to make sense. The first teaser trailer was about Steve Rogers with a child, the next trailer was about Thor who's trying to win a fight to see his daughter, and the next one was about the X-Men facing destruction we saw in the last trailer. So all these 4 trailers are united by one idea: parents, protectors, and leaders preparing for loss. As the second scene continues, we see M'Baku walking alongside Shuri, and this is pretty important. M'Baku is the king of Wakanda, and his presence means this meeting is pretty official. Then Shuri says a king has duties: prepare our people for the afterlife, I have mine. And then the camera shows us M'Baku and Neymor, who are both kings. This line strongly implies that Shuri believes the MCU is facing a threat, likely connected to incursions which have been escalating since Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man No Way Home, and the Marvels. The idea that she's already preparing Wakanda for the wars tells us how bad the situation is behind the scenes. We also can see M'Baku's and Wakandan's new suits, which in my opinion look really nice. The normal purple elements got replaced by gold and green this time. Next, when it comes to Neymor and Talokan, in the first look here we see some shots of Neymor, Neymora, and the Talokanil standing near what appears to be an ancient Talokan temple. Neymor's presence here also fulfills a promise made all the way back in Wakanda Forever, where he warned Shuri that one day she would come to him for help. Now, what's also really interesting is Neymor's expression here. There's no triumph here, no smug satisfaction, instead there's a quiet seriousness, almost like he knows whatever's coming next threatens not just the world but to Talokan as well. This lines up perfectly with comic storylines like Time Runs Out, where Neymor ultimately chooses survival over morality, even if it means betrayal. The trailer doesn't confirm whether Neymor will side fully with the heroes or eventually align with Doctor Doom, but the visual language strongly suggests that this alliance is fragile, so we'll soon see what it really turns out in the movie. Then comes one of the most impressive moments of the whole trailer, is when Ben Grimm meeting M'Baku and Shuri. The Thing from the Fantastic Four First Steps looks incredible here, and even though there's some jokes he looks different here, I gotta say he looks completely the same as in the First Steps. What is pretty interesting, we know from the Thunderbolts post-credit scene that the Fantastic Four crossed universes, and we do also know that Doctor Doom appeared in the Fantastic Four First Steps post-credit scene where he was holding Franklin Richards, and this is probably the time when he asked the Fantastic Four for help, and then they tried travel in that ship to the MCU. What also is really interesting, we know some sources point out Doctor Doom being on the side of the Avengers at first, but then in the second half of Avengers Doomsday he's gonna reveal himself as a villain, which is reportedly going to be a really surprising moment. Even though everyone is probably gonna know this, I'm sure Avengers Doomsday is still gonna feel really nice. I'm sure they're gonna make it good even when Doctor Doom pretends to be a good guy, while everyone knows he's a villain. And this time Fantastic Four is traveling in their ship with reportedly Doctor Doom and one more hero, who could be Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, or even some reports point out it could be Steve Rogers or even Thor. So overall it's really interesting. So they're coming to Wakanda because they need Shuri, her intelligence, and Wakanda's resources to understand and stop what's happening next. They are alarmed by Doctor Doom, who is pretending to say something bad is gonna happen in the future. Now this kind of references us to trailer 5, where we're gonna see the new Avengers introduced, the next group of the Avengers who's gonna fight Doctor Doom in the movie. Then next in the trailer we see Shuri performing the Wakandan salute, and the music definitely gave me goosebumps in the end. In the end it says, as expected, the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four will return in Avengers Doomsday. The countdown also continues in the very end, reinforcing the idea that Doomsday is inevitable and that time is running out. All these 4 teasers aren't really teasers, it's a declaration that Doomsday is pulling together every major corner of the MCU: Avengers, Wakanda, Talokan, X-Men, and the Fantastic Four. Lastly, the trailer gave me goosebumps, especially in those final seconds. There's something pretty special to see all these heroes from different universes in one shot. Lastly, what is one of the most important things in the whole trailer is that when we see Ben Grimm, there's probably a cut-off character standing to the right of Ben Grimm, who is presumably Doctor Doom, cut off deliberately by Marvel. Looking ahead, trailer 5 is shaping up to be massive. Based on the pattern so far, we know there are 7 trailers total, and trailer 5 is likely where everything changes. This is where Doctor Doom is finally expected to appear in full trailer, potentially revealed during Super Bowl 2026, which would instantly increase the hype for Avengers Doomsday. This is the first speculation. The second speculation is that trailer 4 comes out before Super Bowl and will focus on the new Avengers and the Thunderbolts, showing us a different group which is going to fight Doctor Doom alongside the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four. Then all these 5 trailers would highlight the heroes and the groups from multiple universes that are about to fight Doctor Doom for the first time in the movie. Lastly, I want to talk about the hidden message posted by the Russo Brothers on Instagram. So this hidden message related to Avengers Doomsday because it completely changes how we should look at these 4 past trailers. According to this message, the trailers we were watching over the past 4 weeks are not really teasers or trailers, they are stories and most importantly the clues. So this statement is pretty huge because it does confirm that none of these scenes, they do deliberately choose to communicate the motivation of Steve Rogers with the child Thor praying to return home, the X-Men facing loss, and the Wakandans. I think they tell us some warnings we're about to see in Doomsday. So it is important to pay attention at the future teasers. If you don't want to miss future ones, be sure to be subscribed to the channel and let me know if you're hyped for trailer 5.